The internet. It's not something that you just dump something on. It's not a big truck. It's a series of tubes. Surely anyone here has defined what net neutrality is. Tubes. I just the other day got internet was sent by my staff at 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday. It's a series of tubes.
Tubes. It's a series of tubes, and you are the people of the tubes.
I have like 80s hair. What the fuck?
They are the people of the tubes, and wow, we are blurry right now.
I'll fix. That's the camera. Cause it may have gotten smudged when we. As you look at our office, there's nothing.
As you can see, there's not a whole lot left behind us in the office. Nope. Nope, it is a bare wall that says, sorry, we're closed.
Woo. Nope, that's about...
You can see my hair blowing with the tiny fan that's on the floor down here. Truth, Rob says the sign lies. We are not closed. We are not closed yet, Rob Paget.
Ah! That was very loud for everybody. We're not closed. We're not closed. I don't... Oh, the fan's doing it. There's the okay, another thing, and I apologize for this right now. There's going to be a humming in the background because our little air unit's on the struggle bus.
That is one tiny window unit. It is the only air conditioner in this 2-story house.
And it ain't working.
It is 90 degrees outside, although maybe 86 right now.
But it's about 92 in the upstairs of the house
and,
where we're at.
This is the only air conditioner we have. It's on the struggle bus. But I am not about to turn it off. Because with the lights and everything that's on in here, it would be horrid, and I'm not doing it.
Oh my god. Yeah, and we turned off...
Not doing it!
Well, we turned off our 2 main lights, so it's we're a little yellowy. But that's because, like I said, those lights are fucking
My hair
hot.
has just went... Bleh.
Because
Because it's hot. It's hot on the West Coast. Hot in the Pacific Northwest today. Yes, it is. And we are not used to this. Well, we are.
We're used to it, but the difference
But we're not used to it when there's no air
nowhere to
conditioning.
cool off. Like,
well, we
honestly,
cooled off at the mall.
Yeah, but everybody's at the mall, so all the air is gone. Like,
even the restaurant where we ate
Walmart.
breakfast this morning, as cool as it is, had no air conditioning.
No, like, nobody has the air conditioning. They just don't. You need furnace. It's Canada.
Yeah.
So, and yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
So today, we have things to tell you.
We do.
First, it's Rob Paget's birthday.
It is.
And he's in the chat room, as is his lovely better half.
Aw, they're so awesome.
They are the awesomest couple ever, and I want to let you know that we have got the coolest intro music for Indie Interstate that you have ever heard.
It's so awesome.
You'll see it on the first episode. You'll hear it on the first episode.
Turn that off.
And you will see the awesome kick-ass intro animation that we have as well. It's pretty kick-ass stuff. We're excited.
Yes. I also apologize for randomness.
And I know yesterday was, Rob, but we're still celebrating your birthday today. Matter of fact, we may celebrate every day as Rob Paget Day.
Because we also got cookies from him. Dude, so awesome. They were better than my cookies.
Every day is Rob Paget Day.
But
is it not?
It is. And I again, will have to apologize for any weird malfunctions that we have. Because, again, our electronics may very well overheat.
Can we turn this up a little?
It's on high.
Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, it is. 3 is high. Don't you turn it down. Oh, you turned it down. Now you turned it off.
Oh, God.
Turn it back on. You want to put it on the desk? Put it on the desk. We'll Stevie Nicks it.
We're going to Stevie Nicks it?
Stevie Nicks it. We're just going to put it on the desk.
Okay.
It'll reach.
Will it reach?
It'll reach.
Oh, God, that's so much better. Oh, God, that's better. There we go.
Hey, share.
Woo. That's delightful. That's better.
Share.
God, I look so fucking fat. I have really really got to lose weight.
And it's, you know, it's funny because even the fur coats and heat don't mix. All of our animals are suffering. We have doused them with water and are putting them in front of fans because there is no relief for them as well. Cricket's like, I feel like home means I'm a Mexican Chihuahua. I'm a good dog. I came from Texas. I feel at home. It's better than ice.
But yes, all of August is Rob Padgett days because of the killer music that we have.
Hopefully that's not fucking up the microphone too bad. If it is, I apologize.
It's fine. They'll understand.
Yeah.
So we want to tell you that we are leaving on our trip August 17th. That's less than 2 weeks from now.
Talk loudly.
And on top of that, Indy Interstate is starting less than 2 weeks from now. Probably sooner, because we're going to give you a little behind the scenes of the loading of the RV. Haha! Because that's fun. And,
what?
huh?
No.
Yeah.
No.
And then, you know, also, you really need to see our final shakeout camping trip next weekend. To make sure that everything in it works and does the things it's supposed to do, and I'm stealing her air.
That's okay. Can I say, it's actually pointed at you. I'm not getting anything. Can I say one thing? Can I commend us for not wearing makeup, like, ever on our show?
We're not vain.
No, I'm just saying that because, and I'm not saying that as a negative to anybody who wears makeup in a vlog or anything like that. You need to look good if you're going to use them HD things. But I just wanted to say that because it would be melting off my face right now. And it would look horrible, but y'all don't care.
They're lucky we're in clothes.
Y'all, you really are. We debated doing a swimsuit edition of Indie Intertube today.
And nobody wants to see that, trust me.
No.
But we have welcomed a new bronze sponsor to Indie Interstate.
Woo!
And that is the web series Drifter Broken Road.
Yay!
So we now have 2 bronze sponsors. For Now Productions, which is a production company responsible for Once You Leave, and the web series Drifter Broken Road. And we'd like to thank them both for supporting Indie Interstate and becoming a sponsor of this documentary experimental woo-ha-ness of a web series that we are shooting. We're going to try to upload a video every day. When we can't, there will be updates and photos. And at the end of the trip, there will be extras and a DVD of the entire chapter 1 of the documentary series plus outtakes. So there you go.
You're getting the whole kit and caboodle. So even if you miss little snippets and episodes or we're unable to upload for you, don't worry, because it will all be available in its glory. Let's hope we don't fight on one of them tapes. And yeah, for you to have and cherish and make us feel better for us giving it to you, because we'll probably give them out for free.
No, we won't.
I will. I feel so bad. It's like, oh, they gave us their DVD. I should give them our DVD. Won't sell a single one because I will feel obligated.
We're gonna Indie Intertube ourselves right into the poorhouse.
Right? It'll just be stay in the red. Oh, my brain. Once you leave, you drift on the broken road. Our bronze.
If you want to see Drifter Broken Road and Once You Leave, their information is going to be on our website as well as on the Indie Interstate page, which will be an offshoot of our website. And you will be able to get their Facebook, website, YouTube, and Twitter information from there, as well as annotated during the episodes.
As soon as we get our website back up and running, because it's kind of in maintenance mode right now.
But it looks like Nate beat us to it on there.
But yes, For Now Productions is at For Now Pro, or Facebook at facebook.com/For Now Productions, all one word. Yes. Yes.
And hey,
it's more fun, see? And they have big news for
You
Once
definitely
You
need
Leave.
to see Once You Leave.
They have big news for it. We'll have to get them on our show again.
We will have to get them on our show again. Today, though, we have the beginning of a very special series of shows.
I have 2 bodies here that are
I know. As we
were
were packing up things And as you can see, we still have a lot to pack up behind us.
Oh my God.
In order to have it done by the end of this week and get her to the vet before we go, as well as hair appointments and loading the RV and getting one last thing done in the RV in order to leave on the 17th.
Put that belly to the wind.
As we were going through the stuff that we have here, you find things that you forgot you had as you're going through storage, as you're going through things that have accompanied you on back and forth trips, and you think back to high school, or you think back to 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or even 3 years ago, and you remember why you do things. So we thought, wouldn't it be great if we started doing a series similar to what we did when the show first started, of the best web series you've never heard of?
Yes.
And kind of told you guys, or showed you, or shared with you the shows that we were excited about when Indie Intertube first got started, and the shows that we got interested in even before that. And then after we're done with our list, we can open it up to all of you, and you can tell us what the first web series that you saw were, the first show that really got you to click a like button or share a video. And it'll be a great way to show everybody the web series that not only influenced a ton of us, but also other creators. And we're going to start with the dramas, because we're going to start with the ones we have permission to use. And then we are going to keep going, and we're going to alternate. So this week it'll be dramas, next week it'll be comedies, then back to dramas, as we get permission to use or find older clips from these shows.
Oh, it's all dramas?
This week, yeah.
Oh, I thought we had a couple.
We have one or two that may be more dramedies.
Yeah, okay. That's what. Yeah, I was like, wait, some of them are. Apparently, Once You Leave has really good news for web series and the LGBTQ community. And
then why don't you call in and share it on Wednesday?
Or that.
Or you can share it here and we'll announce it on live on the air.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
But yeah. Oh. No.
So let's get started. Now, here's a funny thing. On Twitter, Riley was trying to guess what shows we were going to feature today. And it's funny, she got two of them right off the bat.
Yeah.
In Compulsions and Cell. So you are going to hear about those shows today. But there are 8 more shows that you may not be able to guess as easily. Yay! And some shows that you may have thought we would include in our first kind of rundown that we didn't, because we either didn't have permission to use the clips, couldn't find the clips, or more likely didn't have permission to use the clips. What?
Once You Leave is, or will at least be one of, the very first web series to be accepted into the 2012 Austin Gay and Lesbian International Film Fest.
Woo! That's awesome.
A glyph, and that's awesome. That is a great film festival, and I applaud you and any other web series that gets in there, but especially you guys, because you are hometown.
Well, and that's huge, because that's a big one.
That is awesome.
That's a big film fest, and it's very cool to see a web series.
And for a web, like you said, for a web series
accepted.
getting into this International Film Festival is awesome. So congratulations to you guys, and we'll call in. You need to call in on Wednesday and talk about that, because we want to hear your excitement.
Yeah, call us on Wednesday, and we'll talk about it even more.
Yeah.
On the show. Plus, we love having you on the show, and your season finale's coming up, and there you
go. Woo!
Awesome.
Look at how awesome.
So you want to get started? You ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get started with one that Riley didn't guess.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Don't tell me. Should we just show it and then talk about it?
Okay.
You want to do that? That's what I thought. Okay.
Here is one of the shows that we were excited about as Indie Intertube was getting its footing in the web series community.
My name's Sadie.
Well, I'm Megan.
I'm George.
Oh, I'm from the country. I just moved here, actually.
Which country?
Come with me on my journey to the big city, starting this January on ozgirl.tv.
Yeah. That was Ozgirl, the acclaimed Australian web series that ran from February to June in 2009. It consisted of 24 episodes between 5 and 7 minutes each, and the final episode was broadcast live. It won the 2010 Streamy Award for Best Foreign Web Series and the ITV Fest Award for Best Acting for Sophie Tilson.
Yay,
and
Sophie.
Best Web Series both in 2009.
We met her briefly when we went to ITV Fest.
We did, and that was a great show.
Yeah, that was a really, really good show.
It was created by Nicholas Carlton. I don't know if any of you know him, but it was a really, a lot of people talked about it. It was a good successor to a lot of other shows.
And it sounds weird, but it was one of those. A lot of people kind of touted it as the first international show they watched. It was one of those shows that was good enough in, I guess, U.S. market, you could say, that people paid attention to it more so than they did other shows at the time from other places. Which that and another one which we'll show as well, which comes from the UK. But I just found that so funny when it first came out. People were like, "Oh, it's from Australia! It's so awesome!" I'm only watching U.S. web series. I'm like, what?
And Sophie Tilson also played Lisa Devine on Neighbours. So if any of you watch Neighbours, you'd know that Sophie Tilson was also on that, and she's in post-production on something called A Love Like Ours. Mm-hmm. But Ozgirl was really everybody's kind of first taste of her as an actress. Yeah.
What's our next one?
What's our next one? You want to move right on to another one right away?
I'm really, really hot.
You're enjoying, huh?
You need to smile. Rune says you need to smile because you look all frightened. It's because we're hot. We're melting.
Because we're hot, and because, let me just tell you, I had an emotional breakdown on Friday, the likes of which I hadn't done in a long, long time. Because the moving is stressing me the hell out. And I'm freaking out, and I'm stressed, and we're trying to do a lot of things, so you guys, you're going to have to bear with me. I'm not in my kind of perfect headspace right now, but I'll get there, I promise. Before Indie Interstate premieres, I'll get there.
We'll get there. And then it'll just be us flying by the seat of our pants down the road.
That's right. Let's go to one that they probably did expect to hear from us. Today. So let's go.
Nate asks if we filmed the breakdown. No, thought about it. I'm sure you'll see them. One or two.
This web series, like many of these on this list, were not only the ones that we were addicted to when Indie Intertube was kind of getting its footing in this space, but are ones that a lot of other people were addicted to as well.
It was, and it really, and I'm not to say this didn't introduce us.
Oh, wait, I want to say one thing real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Many of these web series we are going to mention today, in fact, all of them, are multiple award-winning, much honored, much acclaimed web series, and still stand up, however many years later, from 2008 to 2012, as some of the best this space has ever produced, for a variety of reasons. And this one, still stands up as one of my favorites.
It's so good, and this one, though it didn't introduce us to two of the principals that are in it. It did, however, show us their versatility in comparison to other things we had seen them in, especially the female individual in
both
here.
Leads, actually.
But yeah, both leads for sure. But we were like, what?
This, if you have not seen
Don't say it.
Immediately after this trailer, you need to go out and watch it. This is one of the most outstanding web series up to this point, best thrillers you may have seen. And a lot of you are wrong. Let's show it.
I know you're lying. I can tell. It is a gift. Please. Do not stop.
People keep secrets. Every he and she. Keeping them hidden. For all but none to see.
I'm not sure why that did that. Could be because the machinery is starting to melt.
Indeed, compulsions. Streamy, which Bernie Sue won a Streamy Award for Best Writing in a web series. In that clip, you saw Craig Frank, you saw Seth Caskey, who you didn't see was Taryn O'Neill.
Yep, you saw
Anne
Marie
also in that show. That's right. It is such a good show.
Oh, it's so good. Especially if all you've seen, the majority of those actors do has
especially
been
Craig
comedy.
Frank has been comedy.
Right, Craig
now,
Frank.
Seth Caskey
Marie,
was an End Result, the web series.
Yes. And Taryn O'Neill has been just freaking Wonder Woman. Craig Frank is, of course, Craig Frank. Secretly, it's Stephanie Thorpe. And Anne-Marie Paismano does Game Room, who is also done by Bernie Sue. Mm-hmm. So a lot of you may know some of them more so for comedy, but that show is just, if you have not seen Compulsions, you need to go find it. You need to go watch it all and just be like, what was that?
It really was an outstanding thriller, deserving of every bit of attention and awards that the show won. Bernie Sue has, of course, gone on to become one of the masterminds behind Lizzie Bennett Diaries on YouTube, which is getting a ton of attention. He was also involved in Game Room, and he wrote a lot for Black Box TV.
Yes. Sorry, I was checking static levels because I'm not sure why we staticked out on that one.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about either.
But anyway,
we can move on to the next one. Anybody want to hazard a guess? Anyone? Anyone?
That one?
That's a controversial one. Let's go with...
That one? That one?
No.
That one? That one?
Yeah, let's go with that one.
This one?
Yeah, because nobody's going to expect that. Here we go.
Wait. Oh, come on.
What?
It doesn't. Nope, doesn't want to play it.
Damn it. Okay, so much for that one.
Hold on. Please tell me that the other ones worked. See, I can't load it. And they all worked fine. I swear, this shit's getting too hot. That's the problem.
Alright, let's go with the one you first thought.
That one?
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Alright.
This web series, still sticking with the dramas, has a little bit of controversy around it, but no matter what happens when it's said and done, this is still one of the best this space has ever created, still to this day. Check it out.
This is the diary of a single mom trying to get ahead in a world trying to hold her under.
I can't take her on. And, I mean, this building, my kids, and...
Do this for your uncle.
What about your son who's waiting on you?
You act like that's the only kid I've got.
Louie, what I tell you about leaving my daughter alone?
My husband did everything for me. I never had to worry about anything. I don't know how to do this by myself.
None of us do.
If we pool our resources together, we can help each other.
Yeah, that was that one. Diary of a Single Mom.
You know, to this day, I still love that show.
It is a really, really, really good show.
They did 3 seasons.
But it certain things about their financial status and where they got the money to do the show would be considered controversial, or a lot of people did.
However, it was still produced for the web.
Yep. By Robert Townsend.
By Robert Townsend.
That was Billy D. Williams in there.
And Richard Roundtree is also in it. Valerie Ortiz is in it. It was just an outstandingly well-written show.
Yes. Nothing else.
Cheryl, who wrote the show, was amazing. And it was directed by Robert Townsend. And the cast was just wonderful. Wonderful cast. Monica Calhoun actually won the very first Indie Intertube Award for Best Actress. She tied with Jordan Gibson, who you'll be hearing about again in a minute. But it was such a good story. And yes, Rob Padgett in the chat room, because it is barely indie. But the fact remains, the writing was there. The directing was there. The editing was there. The music was there. Everything about this show was there. And it was created for the web. Now, for the most part, we're not going to be concentrating on big budget web series for, you know, what we do as far as looking back at indie web series. We do, of course, and will talk about H+ and House of Cards and a lot of these web series that are being produced by larger companies. But we kind of like to focus on indie stuff. And this was barely indie when it all came out, you know, in public. But still, won a lot of Webbies, won a lot of awards. We gave it some awards. It's an outstanding show. And I would think that any web series fan, especially of drama or soaps, would be remiss if they did not watch it. Would you not agree?
I would totally agree. I loved that show and the way it was written and the way it came about.
I'm so caught up in the characters and what happened to them. And when you can become that emotionally invested in a show, whether you watch it on your television or you watch it on your computer or you watch it on your tablet, it's worth seeing. And Diary of a Single Mom is one of the best web series I've ever seen, indie or not. And it deserves a mention. So there you go.
Yeah.
Now the rest of these shows are most certainly indie. So we're not showing Black Dawn.
I'm gonna see.
You're gonna see?
Well, you already said the name.
Well, yeah, but still, can you get it in there?
I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Okay, so then, until then, let's go with another truly groundbreaking web series that if you haven't seen it, you should.
Alright, here we go. Ready?
Everything will be fine, Viv. These are your best years, huh?
He also said these are the worst of times.
Westchester is not that far, you know.
You didn't think I'd let you go that easy, did you?
I hope not.
Where are you from? New York. Look out. City girl like Clarence.
Obviously, Anyone But Me was one that we talked about early on. We had Susan and Tina on the show early on. They have been on the show multiple times. And we spent time with them in both LA and Vegas and saw them again in New York.
Along with Rachel and Nicole.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyone But Me broke a lot of ground. And meant a lot to a lot of people. And just finished its run this year. Which is amazing. They did also 3 seasons. So it really is something that I'm disappointed that we're not going to see any more of, but I'm really excited to see what Tina and Susan and Rachel and Baby Jolie and everybody else do in the future. I mean, Tina Cessa Ward did Good People in Love this past year. Susan Miller did Bestsellers. Sweet Seven. There's a lot coming up from them. I believe Dagmar is another one that Tina's working on. So there's a lot coming up. Rachel is going to be part of Jeff Koenig's Drifter. So there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
With the people from Anyone But Me. But Anyone But Me will live in infamy as probably the best GLBT web series ever, and one of the best overall dramas that people have seen. The writing was outstanding, and even if you say I don't want to watch a show about teenagers, you would be wrong, because I said the same thing and I was wrong. It was a great show, and everybody should see it. These are the kind of things that if you're a fan of web series, you want to see these shows, because you want to see, like that quote from the New York Observer, what the true potential of the medium is. So let's see, what's next? Any guesses?
They don't know. They want us to make. Nate's wanting us to make like a Criterion collection and poll all the web series creators and writers and see one for the year, like what web series. But technically, we kind of do that with our best web series of the year thing in our awards.
No guesses?
No guesses.
No guesses.
No guessing. No guess.
Well, let's go here.
Okay.
This is an interesting one that I bet a lot of you haven't even heard of. Especially if you're new to the web series genre. So check this one out.
Pick up. I slept with Josh. Repeat, sex with neighbor boy.
Ready for round 2.
Very awkward.
Totally just got laid. I think it was memorable.
Palisades Pool Party.
Woo! We met them as well at ITV Fest.
We did, and one of the creators for Palisades Pool Party is also a very good friend of the show, and also created another show that we had a lot of fun watching, and that we said interesting things about. Am I right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
What did you... I mean, it was just one of those kind of... You could almost expect to see Palisades Pool Party on MTV.
Yeah. Or like, if I was going to go visit LA, I would totally just kind of happen upon those individuals. Like, oh, that's the... Hey.
Because it was created by Jack Monroe and Ty Fauci, who also produced it, and who you guys know as Web to Watch.
Yes.
Right?
Ty as Web to Watch.
Ty as Web to Watch. And Rob, totally me too. It still is very odd for me to think about that show coming from her, considering, where she went next and how twisted and evil her...
Yeah, the one with the art.
Her sense of humor is.
Why am I not remembering what it is? Because I love it. Hold it down.
Her dad was a Paramount Television executive, so
yes.
She's got a pedigree within this space. What?
Whole Day Down.
Whole Day Down? Yes, that's where I was going. You didn't give me a chance to get there. And Whole Day Down is what...
It's just... Whole Day Down is the art world. That's exactly
Did you know her mom was a writer for Star Trek?
Yes.
You knew that?
I knew that. I look people up. I have an endless capacity for useless information, especially about other people.
I love Whole Day Down. I think it's brilliant, but it's so different from Palisades Pool Party. And I agree with Riley. I think it should... I would have loved to have seen Palisades Pool Party get another season.
Yeah.
It was funny that we met her co-creator for Palisades Pool Party before we met her.
Yes.
In LA.
Yes.
When we were at ITV Fest. At the Libertine. I'll never forget that. But it was a teen show that wasn't really a teen show. It was, I don't even know how to explain it.
It was sort of that, like, 20-something show. Sort of is kind of where the range that it fell. But at the same time,
didn't you, like, kind of expect it to see it on,
on MTV or VH1, one of those, like, oh, Bravo, some in that range of show
kind of like a
channels.
precursor to,
it should come on before the OC. Or so,
before the OC or before Gossip Girl, before Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. In fact, Palisades Pool Party came before, most of those. And
it should come on before, like, One Tree Hill. And would
would have been a good companion for, like, One Tree Hill
fame.
or something like that. I liked it, and I think it's still stands up, and it's still worth a look, and you can find it on YouTube.
Like Riley said, it was a teen show, but shit got real.
It got real.
Yeah.
It got very, very real, and I would love to see her try and do something like that again. I just thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
No, let's go here. Now this is one that has had several what?
It's not
that one's not going to
loading.
play either? Dude, we are having some serious heat-related issues with the equipment today. Not sure what the hell is going on.
Let's go with it. Go with the. Hopefully that one works.
Let's go with sure. This is the expected one. You all knew you were going to see it. So just get ready, sit back, and remember what it was like the first time you watched.
Sometimes, if I close my eyes really tight, and I think really hard, I can see little lights, and they look like stars.
You know who you are, who you were before this.
I will not fall back into darkness.
If you weren't special, you wouldn't have been chosen.
This is where we start to take control.
Imagine having to start all over again.
Still love that show.
Love that show. Love that
Jordan
show.
Gibson was absolutely brilliant in that show, as was Kevin McCarthy and Danny Cameron. There was nothing about Cell that was not outstanding. Yeah, they had some sound issues here and there, and yeah, I could string Mark Gardner up by his nose for not doing a second season, but man.
And the finale, if you have not seen this show, just swear to God, you have got to watch this show. And because
it was one that really kind of came of age with, because by the time we found Compulsions, it was over.
It was done.
But we found Cell right after it had started, and Mark, episodes would go up barely just an hour or two before we went live. We would literally watch his episodes and then go live, and everybody in the chat room was always hyped up about what had happened. It really was the first communal experience that Indie Intertube had with the current web show, and it was amazing, and I want another season, and I hope that what Mark Gardner is doing now with Weird Girls will put him someday in a position soon to do season 2 of Cell. I just wish he would just throw caution to the wind and do it.
Yesterday.
Because it was really, really good.
Seriously, we need to.
Yeah, and that post-mortem you guys did with him about Cell was really good. I mean, they had some sound issues and a couple of pacing things.
I don't care.
But it was nothing that we didn't talk about with Mark and on the show. But I thought, it was ballsy to do what he did in some portions of that show.
It really was. It established that, there are web series creators who are not afraid to take their characters somewhere that most of us wouldn't dare, and you have to watch it. I'm gonna have to watch it again.
As much as I'm looking forward to Weird Girls, I would totally want him to drop Weird Girls in a minute if he got funding to do Cell season 2. Because Cell was a fantastic show. It really was, and we were all very much caught up in where he was headed. And he actually did a season 2 trailer. Damn him.
Little shit.
I don't know if Weird Girls is going to be scripted or not. Like I said, I would hope that if he got funding to do a second season of Cell, that he would drop it in a minute.
If we win
to
the
do
lotto.
Cell season 2, because if we win a $40 million lotto next weekend, Cell season 2 is
Cell
getting
season
made.
2 is coming. If we win the lotto. But seriously, if you haven't
that finale was amazing.
Seen that show,
but it wasn't the finale that did me in.
No, it was. Don't say it. for people who may not have seen it, it was episode 8, episode 7. Yeah.
For those of you who have not seen Cell, the web series, you absolutely must. It is like Compulsions, like Palisades Pool Party, like Diary of a Single Mom, Anyone But Me, and Oz Girl. They are must-sees if you are a fan of this genre. These are the shows that you need to watch, because these are the shows that are helping and have helped to shape this space. Many more to come. Many shows, names that you will hear in the upcoming weeks, like Prom Queen, Sam Has 7 Friends, Pink, Homestar Runner, Life from the Inside, Squatters, The Guild, what else? Empire, shows that you're going to hear mentioned, Desire and Deceit.
We Are With the Band.
We Are With the Band. You are going to hear names of these shows.
Hamilton Carter.
I mean, one of the first ones that I wanted to show was Sam Has 7 Friends and Prom Queen.
Yes.
But we need to make sure that we have the proper permissions and the proper clips that we are allowed to show. The Berg. Oh my God, yes, Rob Padgett. I love that show.
The
Berg. Kelly Giddish, who is currently on
SVU.
Law and Order SVU, and prior to that was on her own show.
Not Lone Star. What the hell was it?
Marshall.
Yeah, Marshals. U.S. Marshals based in Texas.
And also The Good Wife was in The Berg. It was just brilliant. And like I said, we got to get permission from Rob and Tanya to show Life from the Inside, but we intend to do that in the next episode because we couldn't contact everybody in time. We got 3 more to show you.
Maybe more, but I doubt it.
Maybe more.
Because I want to save that one for last.
That's the last one.
Okay,
sure.
so are we gonna try that one?
One of the ones I absolutely want to show is almost done.
No, it's not. It hasn't converted it yet. It's just downloading.
The top one?
Yeah.
Ooh, I really want to show that one.
It's stuck. I don't know what's. It's too hot up here.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that one.
This one?
This one?
Oh. We caught it too late.
I wish that we could have watched this show when their whole multi-platform transmedia thing was going on. I really wish I would have been caught up in all of that, because I got caught up in oh my shit, I have to watch every one of these 6 episodes right now. And made the mistake of sharing it with my Twitter timeline at the time that I was watching it, and then we crashed their site and none of us could watch the last episode. So that kind of sucked, but
yeah.
Let's do this. This is one of the best web series you'll ever see.
What do you want?
Nothing.
How do we stop this? What do we do?
Patience.
You're too clever for your own good.
What's he saying to you? Don't let him wind you up.
I'm not playing games.
But we're already playing.
You killed him. That's your thing.
No. I must say, it's all very exciting.
That show was just...
It was brutal. It really was. It was, because we found it like Compulsions after its first run was over. It was one of those that you literally could not click fast enough on the next episode, right? Could not click it fast enough. It was a very dark story. Had, Torchwood cast members in its main cast, but you completely forgot about that. It was outstanding. For those of you who like shows like Cell and Compulsions, who like shows like Criminal Minds and CSI, you will find it to be something that is right up your alley and that you absolutely cannot stop watching until it's over, and then you'll want to keep doing it. You'll wonder why they haven't done more. It really was an outstanding web series.
So good.
And very, very, very much awarded and talked about and acclaimed. I don't know very many people who watched it because we haven't talked a lot about it, other than to say that we loved it. I don't know a lot of you who saw it when it was in its first run and got involved in trying to find the girl and being part of that whole transmedia thing. I know that it has been or had been pulled from the internet
and was
released on DVD. If you can find it, you definitely want to see it. It was really something. It really was.
I believe so, yes. I believe it was a Welsh show.
I don't know, Welsh or British. Yep.
Great Britain, yeah.
Brilliant. Just brilliant. If you have an opportunity to buy the DVD, do that. Let me see if I can find some information. How's that other stuff coming? Slowly?
Do you want me to cancel the other one to see if it'll hurry up, AJ?
Yeah.
It's converting.
I know that Girl Number 9's website is still there. It was canyousaveher.com. The website that... Oh, it's gone.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, no, here it is. Okay. Canyousaveher.com still is in existence. That was a website that you saw in the trailer and is also used in the show. I don't think they have their episodes up anymore. It was a story by Dan Turner and James Moran, written by James Moran. It starred Gareth David Lloyd from Torchwood, Joe Absalom from Doc Martin and Personal Affairs, and Tracy Ann Oberman from Torchwood, from Doctor Who and EastEnders. It was incredible. It had 6 episodes. I cannot even begin to tell you how good it was. It was shocking. It was dark. Ugh. Really, it was one of the best I've ever seen. Truly.
Yes. I may already have it on the thing.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm gonna see if it'll let me do it. Yes.
Okay, so I don't know how many of you have seen it. I wish that these shows would be archived within the IWTV. I think it's something I wish we could do for our members, but even then, some of these shows aren't members of the IWTV and they would be lost. It really would be great if there was a central archive of these shows, because I would hate for people not to see a show like Girl Number 9 as good as it was, because it would be a detriment to our community. We would all be lesser for it. It takes something away from our history, and we want to delve even further back into our history. We don't want to forget the shows that carved out these spaces and did these interesting transmedia things and built these audiences. It's very, very important, I think. Did you see Justin Marcher just enter the chat room? He of the outstandingly animated intro to the new Indie Interstate that you guys will see soon.
Yeah.
So this next one has seen several incarnations, stars people that we consider very good friends of ours and of the show, and was created by people we consider very good friends of ours in the show. People who are multiple Indie Intertube Award winners. And many of you have seen this. I would love to know your impressions of it. This is the trailer for the outstanding, acclaimed web series After Judgment.
Are you rolling? Is this on? Go. Not only 2 blocks away has a mass exodus begun. The instructions are simple. Those people who have been chosen will know where to go. I assume that means instinctively. But apparently there's no reason to be alarmed.
It's been a year or more. Or less. I can't really be certain. Can't really care. It certainly isn't like it used to be. But, could be worse.
I love sunsets, don't you?
Technically, the sun doesn't actually set anymore. What are you doing? You know it doesn't work on me, right?
It's the ocean.
Yeah, don't drink the water, right?
Don't go in it.
They fear the prophecy.
We're looking for this little kid.
Or they're crazy.
We heard you were looking for a little boy yesterday.
Where'd you hear that? That's not my kid. My boy got to go.
What? No, we keep looking.
Wait. There's more, isn't there? What are you not telling us?
How can you be so calm?
We're fine for now.
Yeah, until they see us.
Well, then you stay out of sight.
Is that
blood?
How is this possible? Apathy is the enemy now, Stephen.
It's not safe outside.
It's safe for me, Daddy.
So what have you heard or seen?
Seen that little boy you've been looking for?
What do they want from us?
I'm not gonna stick around and find out. Come on.
We can't stop them.
Yeah, and neither can that little boy.
Hey, hello?
We're all dead. We just don't know it yet.
After Judgment. Yes, you did see Joel Bryant, Jim McMahon, Taryn O'Neill, Stephanie Thorpe, Monica Jolly. You saw Kristen Huff. You saw... I'm just looking at some of these names.
Oh, yeah.
Just... I mean, Stephanie and Taryn, enough. And Joel, seriously, Jim, that's not enough to make you watch it. After Judgment had 16 episodes. Before Judgment had 12 episodes. And, there's a huge universe for this show.
Yeah. There's After Judgment, Before Judgment.
There's a movie.
I just want so much. Is it weird I still want more from this? Rue, what the hell are you doing? Still want more from this show.
From the universe and from the show?
Yeah.
I do too.
I want one of those, after... a documentary style, hey, you did this really great series of awesome transmedial web series things. Where are we at now? Oh, that's right. One of you's writing for Stan Lee. One of you has your own production company. One of you, yeah.
Michael Davies was the writer-director. Brian Lister was the composer. Christopher Wedding was the cinematographer. Lark Arrowwood was the production designer. The show was amazing. Still has a Facebook, still has a Twitter, still has a website.
Still there, and each and every one of them is very active in the community.
They are all very active in the community.
Doing what they do.
Correct.
Web series.
Taryn O'Neill and Stephanie Thorpe are both part of Celebrate the Web.
Yes. Which, if anybody else were to do sort of an archival thing, Celebrate the Web would definitely be my next pick there.
Yeah.
But yeah. But that's not the last one. That's just one of those top
I think
web series. I'm not
After Judgment influenced a lot of shows
and
a lot of people.
And I think it also furthered the creative, possibilities that all of those individuals had. We can do this.
Exactly.
And do it well and go forward, and now look at
and the hotness of Taryn O'Neill and Stephanie Thorpe. I mean,
dude,
come on now.
That's when Stephanie had long hair.
Stephanie does have a new show called The Ladies. We're so excited for that. Stephanie is also a producer on Shelf Life.
Yes.
She spoke at several panels at San Diego Comic-Con. She has a panel coming up at Geek Girl Con. She played Winnowill in Elf Quest: A Fan Imagining. Stephanie Thorpe is Stephanie Thorpe. Taryn O'Neill is freaking web series Wonder Woman. As far as I'm concerned.
God, Wonder Taryn, and she's in the Olympic commercials. Along,
I heard that Tanya might know a little something about the ladies. I have an idea of a script for that show. I just can't write it. I don't have the time to write it.
But you can send. Can we send ideas? Can we send
We keep saying we're going to send the idea because that happens to me every single time. But we're not talking about it.
No.
We're not going to talk about it.
No.
We'll tell Tanya about it.
Yes. Cause yeah.
I know we're too late. I know you're too late, but we're going to tell you anyway because it happens. It happens every time. It happens. And only to me, not to her, not to anybody else, just to me.
Every time.
But we're not going to talk about it. Not going to talk about it. Not going to talk about it.
Nope. We're gonna call Rob and Tanya.
Well, we need to get permission from them to show some clips and things.
So we're gonna call you at some point this week. Be free.
Now, the web series that we wanted to show you and we can't show you, I do want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know why it's.
Was it in that other folder too?
No.
With the other one?
I don't think we've ever shown it. Ever had it? Have we? Because I can check.
I think we have.
Okay, well, hold on.
The reason that I wanted to talk about it.
Wait, hold on. Yes.
I told you we have shown it before.
Yes, we have. Okay. Hold on. This is the fun part of doing something live, because if something else screws up, we can fix it.
Hopefully, this is going to work, and we can show you this one before we show our last one, because I think this web series is an important one that people need to see. Let's see if it works.
Where is it? There it is.
Here we go. Fingers crossed.
Yay! All right, so I'm just to show it.
Here's the trailer for Black Dawn.
What did you find?
It's everywhere. The whole city is covered in blackness.
Why us? Why are we the only ones left alive?
We're alive for a reason.
We are civilization. We are the authority.
Now, the Black Dawn is still available. It was a post-apocalyptic science fiction multimedia project by New Renaissance Pictures. It spanned. What was interesting about it is that it was interactive across multiple mediums, cross-platform, story-driven experience that users were able to engage in. Web series, short film, comic book, video blogs, website, the whole deal. You can engage with individual components and move through the story in a non-linear way, in whatever way the audience member chose to do so. It was conceived in 2008, and it averaged more than 50,000 views per month over a 6-month run. It was an important show. It was transformed into a broadcast TV series.
I know that.
What?
The dog's hot.
It was really, really good, and it is still available out there. And it has been re-edited and remastered into a feature film in 2010. Now, I don't know how many of you watched Black Dawn, but it was really, really interesting. And not Black Dong. And you guys are just perverted.
I know, Rue. I know it's hot. It's like me.
Tanya's curious to see the new media aspects of Black Dawn.
That could be interesting, but not something that we're going to go in depth about right now.
No, not here.
Because this, I would say this one would probably go into one of my top 10.
Yeah, if we had to do a top 10 ever web series.
This next one.
This next one, which is our last one for this week. Probably would be in it. It is certainly one of the most beautifully shot and beautiful to look at web series I've ever seen. And I think you would probably agree.
Yes. Yes, yes.
We were all about this show for a while. We still are. And in fact, its creator is working on something new, and we are going to get her on the show again very, very soon.
She was one of our first non-live interviews.
She is our only non-live interview for Indie Intertube.
Yeah.
And I'd love to have her on live, but, you know, we had time differences.
Anyway, so let us just show the trailer.
This is the fantastic, incredible trailer for this outstanding, beautifully shot web series.
I know this is gonna sound crazy. Ryder has some sort of special mirror. When he looks through it, he can see me.
I'm real. Open your eyes.
The people of the dark realm, they're liars. And they're manipulators.
And if you do as I say, I can make you very, very rich.
And if I don't? Moment for moment,
that show,
one of, if not the most beautifully shot web series I've ever seen. Jennifer Toome did an incredible job.
Yes.
With Lumina. Let me see.
Yes, and Lumina was one of those shows that made everyone think, if only I had a red, because it was one of the very first, if not the first, web series
shot on the red.
To be shot on the red.
I don't know if it was the first one, but it certainly was one of the first ones.
One of the first, yeah. It was definitely done before anyone else was really doing it.
It was the whole, and it wasn't just that it was shot on the red, it was that it looked the way that it looked because the boyfriend lived in a mirror, the way that
he lived in a whole other universe.
Yeah, but it was in the mirror.
Yeah.
The way that she used reflective surfaces in the show,
everything
was, and I mean any reflective surface.
She would see one of the best shots is Lumina sitting in a taxi cab, and his reflection is in the window inside with her. It's just, and the way it was shot and done was beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful.
And Jennifer Toome was the writer, director, and producer. And here's the thing that's really hard to believe. That was her first project.
After being, what, like an investment banker?
Yeah, she was an investment banker before that.
Quit her
through
job
that
and
all
moved
the way,
to Japan.
moved
across
to
the
another
world.
country on the other side of the world, and became a filmmaker. Her film company is Rock Ginger, and you can follow her on Twitter. Her Twitter is, and I want to make sure I get this right, Jen Toome, JenThym, and she has a new web series and a film, both of which that she will be coming on to talk to us about. Now, she was just getting started with that film when we were talking to her, remember?
Yeah.
Because we have those killer wallpapers for Blood Traffic.
Yes.
Which was
her vampire take.
Yeah, her take on vampirism.
Which is beautiful to look at as well. But yeah.
But seriously, I really, and I agree with Riley about this one, I could not believe that Luma did not win the best cinematography streaming.
Over, and not to take anything away from Reese, but Reese the series beat them out.
And Reese is beautiful.
The day before their announcement to Sci-Fi.
Reese is absolutely beautiful to look at, but I think moment for moment, second for second, Lumina was better.
Oh.
Just by a hair.
They won our cinematography award.
But I think that Lumina it was the reflective surfaces. It was the way
it was just
that it was used. I thought it was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. It was.
Anywho.
And like Rob Padgett said, it was the show that gave everybody red fever. Because you saw what
you could
possible.
Do. Yeah.
She financed Lumina out of her own pocket.
Yes, she did.
For those of you who have not seen Lumina, I believe it is up on their website. Let me check.
I think it's up on YouTube.
Because I would say you need to see it. Any creator in this space who has not seen Lumina needs to take the first free moment they have
and go watch it.
And go and watch it.
And you know, there are things about it that'll kind of make go. Some of the
all the episodes are on their website.
Some of the actors, their first language is not English, and it's noticeable in some of them. But who cares? The show's freaking beautiful.
Really is.
Just gorgeous.
And they're all on YouTube as well.
They're all on YouTube. They have closed captions in multiple languages and everything
else.
And
it is in multiple languages.
So, you know, whatever your language, go watch the show. Yep. I'm hot.
Rob says that you incidentally need to be aware of red fever at web series mixers. It's itchy.
Yeah. It makes your eyes itch.
Does it? That's good to know.
It's kind of like pink
eye.
eye.
So there you have it. There's a small list.
It's like pink eye, only Terminator style.
Compulsions, After Judgment, Girl Number 9, Cell, Anyone But Me, Diary of a Single Mom, Ozgirl, Black Dawn, Palisades Pool Party, and Lumina. That is a hell of a list.
Woo!
Of web series. Really, really is. It's a fantastic list of shows.
And that's our dramas for this week.
And that's our dramas for this week. Coming up, you are going to hear the names of web series like Sam Has 7 Friends, Prom Queen, Pink, Life from the Inside, Desire and Deceit. What else? What are some of the names of shows that they're going to see and hear about?
We are with the band.
We are with the band. The Guild, obviously.
Hamilton Carver.
Hamilton Carver P.I.
Zombie P.I.
Hamilton Carver Zombie P.I.
I gotta say it right. And others. My brain is not working. It is slowly melting down. The rest. The dog is in trouble.
Did you?
What?
Oh. We need to go. We need to go get in front of some air conditioning and perhaps have some dinner. Perhaps maybe some ice cream. There's in fact Symphony Splash going on downtown tonight, but it's too damn hot to go hang around the Inner Harbor.
Yes, but I can get food and
But we can have
mangoes.
food and shaved ice and all kinds of things, and I don't know what we're gonna do.
Ooh,
but you know
we
what?
can have snow cones. Yeah!
Go and watch these shows. And then let these creators know that you saw their shows and you heard about them here on Indie Intertube. And it made you go back and maybe rewatch the show or see it for the first time. Wednesday, we'll perhaps maybe have Once You Leave on. We've got 2 Wednesday shows left before we leave. And 1 Sunday show left before we leave. I have more details for you guys on Wednesday. Once again, we want to say thank you to For Now Productions, the creators of Once You Leave, and the web series Drifter Broken Road for coming on board as bronze sponsors for Indie Interstate, our new documentary web series. And we'd like to thank Rob Padgett and Justin Marchart for creating, respectively, the music for our intro and the animation for our intro. We can't wait for you guys to see it. But for now, we're going to go try and get cool, and you guys are going to go watch web series or the Olympics or perhaps the season finale of the Canadian show continuing. And we will talk to you on Wednesday.
Yes.
Hey,
what?
It's time to go.
Oh, bye.
Good night, everybody.
Snow cones.
The internet. It's not something that you just dump something on. It's not a big truck. It's a series of tubes. Tubes. Surely anyone here has defined what net neutrality is. Tangled up tubes. I just the other day got internet was sent by my staff at 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday. It's a series of tubes.